The first song we're going to listen to is a song called City Walls. It's the first song on our new album, and it is actually the last song of this story that we've been telling for a really long time. So if you're a lover of this story, this lore that we call it, I'm very sorry that it's coming to an end. If you've avoided our band because there's too much of it, this might be the album for you. You could just skip this song and get right onto the rest of the album, and you'll be a 21 Pilots fan for life. But for real, it's such a good song that encapsulates a lot of really what this story's been trying to tell. And there's a music video that comes with it, and I think it's worth watching. And let us know how you feel about it.
This next song, you may have heard it before, is called Heathens. It's one of our more popular songs. Yeah, actually, we wrote it for a movie called Suicide Squad that came out years ago. And I remember when it came to kind of the negotiation about, hey, they have a full list of other songs that's going to be in the movie. Where do you want this song to live in the movie? And I remember being told by people around me, oh, you want it in the end credits. That's like the best spot. Everyone's going to kind of like vouch for the end credits. All the other songs in the movie, they all want their song on the end credits. And I was like, well, if everyone else wants that, that's what we want. We want the end credits. I'm like, it became this kind of negotiation. Yeah, we want the end credits. Looking back now, I've only watched the movie one time. I remember thinking, like, I just got through that whole movie and I didn't hear my song one time. And then it's like, as people are standing up and leaving and "Are you still watching?" comes up, it's like, that's when you hear. I don't know. I think I would have redone this, where maybe the song would be more in the middle of the movie, or maybe not even in that movie at all. Come to think of it, but no, it's without this movie, Suicide Squad, I guess Heathens wouldn't have come about. So, in that sense, I'm appreciative. The song's called Heathens. Up next, we have a song called The Contract. This is actually the first song that we released off of the album Breach, and I was working on it earlier to be ready for tour coming up, and I actually don't know how I'm gonna sing that high without frying my voice every night. So maybe I just don't talk all day and then I sing it later that night and I'll be fine. Do you think that'll work?
Yeah, well, no, I don't think that will work. I've never known you to do that.
Anyway, the song's called The Contract.
This next song is called Stressed Out. Sometimes people ask me about this. Did you expect this song to be as big as it is? And this was just another song on that album. It was a meaningful song to both of us and still is. So I think for that reason, it's still one that we enjoy playing live and enjoy hearing. Maybe sometimes don't enjoy hearing, but for the most part.
You know what I don't like about this song is actually I can't say stressed out anymore, like normally.
You've
like if I were to talk to someone and be like, yeah, I'm just feeling a little stressed out, like they look at me like, yeah. Like the song, and so now I've had to like embrace overwhelmed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, overworked.
This song has robbed me of my vernacular.
That's stressful. This song's called Stressed Out.
This next song is called Garbage. This was a piano part that I had in my head that I was playing around with for years, actually. And I just told myself, don't mess this up. I really like this piano part. And I think when I finally got around to writing lyrics about it, I was sick, feeling kind of sick. And that's where at first the lyric was like, I just feel like crap right now. I feel like garbage a little bit. And then it kind of turned it into more of a metaphor. But yeah, the song's called Garbage, and it's one of my favorite piano parts on the album. This next song is called Ride. This is the first song I ever played the bass guitar on. I remember teaching myself how to play some bass, didn't know much about it. And then when I wrote this song and we played it live for the first time, I'm like, I can't believe I'm playing the bass guitar right now in front of like a few thousand people. And it was To Ride. It was a very simple song as far as like the chords and how to play it on bass. But I'll always kind of have a soft spot in my heart for this song because it forced me to get out there and play an instrument I've never played before in front of a lot of people. So, the song's called Ride.
It probably was also the first time where I was like, wait, maybe I can play drums. Not really, but,
Ride.
All right, this next song is called Drum Show, and a little backstory. Tyler sent over the idea for this song that musically was very similar, but melodically, lyrically different. And it's one of the very rare times that I get a song idea from Tyler that I wasn't totally feeling. And so there was like a bit of an awkward phone call that I'm not used to having because of that. It was kind of, I don't know this one, it could be better. Maybe there's another idea somewhere, but Tyler felt inspired by the idea and decided to continue chasing it and comes back with Drum Show. I guess the way to, convince me of something is just to
make you
something
sing on it.
yeah, just make me a huge part of it.
Yeah, you sing on it then if you don't like it so much.
But I remember it was probably like the next day comes back with the entire idea finished of this song, and I remember just being like, how the heck, how'd he do this? So I was sold, and so this is Drum Show.
Putting on a drum show. Got another song for you. It's called Routines in the Night. I know you wouldn't think it, especially once you're really listening to this one, but I actually wrote this song on the ukulele. I know. Puts a bad taste in your mouth when you think of it. But the ukulele is actually a great instrument to get some ideas going. And even though the end product completely buffed the instrument out of it, this song would not exist without that instrument. So I guess try your hardest not to think of the ukulele when you hear the song. And once you get into it, it won't be hard because it's almost nowhere to be seen or heard. The song's called Routines in the Night. This next song we're going to listen to is a song called Raw Fear, which for some reason I've decided is one word, no spaces, Raw Fear, all caps. I don't know. Sometimes when you're working on a song, you just see a title, you literally see it in your head, and that's the way you envision it. Yeah, a little fun fact about this one. In the very beginning of the track, you will hear my daughters screaming. I went up to them and I pulled out my phone, voice memo. I said, hey, girls, scream as loud as you can at me. And then just, went bananas. And I recorded that and threw it on the top of this song. So the song's called Raw Fear.
All right, the final song we're going to talk about from Breach, a song called Tally. Now, on the opposite side of Drum Show, we both felt the opposite sentiments about Tally. I think this was one that I was really loving, and Tyler wasn't quite as much. I kind of just continued pushing it and felt like I wanted to make this song work, and Tyler made it awesome. Yeah,
the song definitely wouldn't be on the album if it weren't for Josh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this album in general, I think has some kind of like older, like 21 Pilots roots. And I felt like this song kind of like would have lived on one of those older albums. And who doesn't love that? This song's called Tally.